It is nighttime, and we are live outside at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson doesn't have an ounce of fat on his body, tipped the scales at the middleweight limit, 160 pounds. He's 5'11" inches tall and has a reach of 72.4 inches. And facing him, it's Sugar Ray Leonard. He's 160 pounds, 5'9" inches tall, with a reach of 70.5 inches.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York. Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the Undisputed welterweight title. His hometown is Wilmington, North Carolina.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Berlin, Germany, Sophie Ali.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight? Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many fights like this, and it's very eerie.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. That uppercut scored big time. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. This fight was so big, an arena couldn't contain it. We're fighting underneath the stars, and what a main event this should be.
These fights are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these two. This is it. This is it.
Nope, that jab not going to score. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They can't get out of the way of that straight. That left hook missed. We wanted action, and they are delivering. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
You're getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Forget about that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won this hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good defense with that left jab. Insane action. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
That round, good round. You feel good? Good work out there. Can win this next round.
And there's the bell for round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Nice exchange here from both men. Punch, counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Stamina is off the charts. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I need you to switch back up. Get focused.
Here we go to the 4th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They block that jab. seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
There's a counter shot. A perfect counter lands. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice job by him to block that jab. And that hook misses. You've got someone with that hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Just get your breath, and then we go again.
And there's the bell to start round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Nice defense with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Good defense with that left jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Relax. Get your focus back. Get that jab.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Love the variety. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
They block the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get out there and switch shot. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You're doing good, kid. Get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
His stamina is off the charts. Nice job by him to block that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter pulled that thought. Robinson hit hard and he may be ready to go. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Did you see that? Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Good man. Stop him in his tracks.
Round 8, and we're off again. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
There's a counter shot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close.
Whoa, Johnny! Sugar Ray is down! Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I love it. That jab slick.
And there's the bell to start round 9. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Robinson hit hard, and he may be ready to go. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And the referee will allow this to continue. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Sugar Robinson goes to the canvas. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
can make or break a fighter.
Jab back. Just boxing. Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath into it. Go back and win the round, you all right?
And there's the bell for round 10. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff it.
He blocks the right hook. That jab was blocked. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this. I don't believe it! One of the all-time greats, Robinson, goes down! As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won him the fight.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.